Hello everybody. Welcome to the exciting finale and prize giving event of the Internet Computer BUIDL Bitcoin Hackathon powered by Encode. After 4 amazing weeks of building on the Internet Computer and after a couple more weeks of judging, we have finally come to this amazing event where the top 8 projects from the hackathon will be pitching for live prizes. And while they're pitching, the judges from DeFINITY will be very careful considering their pitches, and then they will be announcing their prizes. Yeah. So a quick introductory words. First of all, we have Onji Park, our own head of research and programs, here to join us and to say a quick hello to everybody. So Onji, feel free to join us anytime.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Great. Everyone, welcome to the finale event. I can see some familiar faces, especially the one who went to pitch practices or like our bootcamp alumni. Welcome to joining us at this like amazing event. Today, you're going to see projects who has been working very hard last weeks building extremely difficult topic, because this time they're making some innovative solution, trying to, utilizing internet computer and Bitcoin at the same time. Isn't it amazing? So you're going to see a lot of like a brilliant ideas here, which is just like spawning from this hackathon. And I wish that a lot of you who are watching now, if you're interested in building something like that, we're going to be also sharing a lot of like internet computer bounty program coming up afterwards. So you can stay tuned and also build amazing project like others who are going to be presenting today. Also, if you want to learn like a programming or like in general about like blockchain itself, always Encode Club going to be here preparing a lot of education program. Also, we will be in Paris. So does Internet Computer team. So if you're coming, please don't hesitate to contact us, visiting our hacker house, and also try to meet your mentors and teachers and a lot of people who are supporting you through your journey. So everyone, welcome to the finale again. And I'm super excited to see all the project.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see all the music pitches, and thank you very much, Onji, for the wonderful pep talk. Next up, here's a little bit about Encode Club. I guess Onji has already told you the basics, but yeah, we're a Web3 education community who creates interest to leading education, and we try to expose as many people as possible to different Web3 protocols, including the ICP. We are free and a global education community, which helps young startups and young developers in Web3 from all over the world develop, build, learn, and at the end get hired for Web3 space. How this hackathon worked, the hackers had 4 weeks to build a cool project on the internet computer in one of the two main prize tracks. One of the prize tracks was the main track, which of course focused on integrating Bitcoin and the internet computer, and the other was the open skies track, where people had a much broader selection of possible topics to submit for judging. And of course, the pitches that you'll be seeing in a minute are, first of all, they're amazing, but most importantly, they will cover both of these tracks. During these 4 weeks, the developers also had constant technical support from the DeFINITY team, and we also made sure to provide them with the educational resources and workshops which help them build something cool. Now, just to give you a quick hello before the actual pitching starts, is Dominic from the DFINITY Foundation. So Dominic, feel free to come to the stage and say a quick hi to everybody.
Everybody, I'm super excited to be here. Yeah, we've talked last a month ago, and yeah, the internet computer is a tough topic. Bitcoin is a tough topic, and I'm really looking forward to see your pitches, how you made these complex technologies work for very interesting use cases. And yeah, to follow up on Paris, so also DFINITY will be in Paris on Monday the 17th. There will be a side event that you can still sign up, I think. So if you want to meet some DFINITY or internet computer people in Paris, please sign up.
Yeah, you heard Dominic. Sign up. Yeah, before we start the judges, a final couple notes. We were supported by a group of amazing partners who helped us out by educating and providing technical support and organizing workshops with us. So a big thank you goes out to HOX, Bionic, Bitfinity, the Emergent Labs, Orally, and finally Rock Clubs. Next up, what's on today's agenda? You'll see the pitches, and then in about an hour, when the pitches are over, we'll announce the final prizes and the prize winners. The finale. This is just a brief timeline of the events happening today. So I pretty much covered it. In an hour, we'll announce the winners after pitches finish, and then we'll finish off with some closing remarks, and that will be it. The speakers have already been notified of the pitch order, but here it is once again for the sake of clarity and for the sake of everybody else who's joining us from the audience. And yeah, first up is the B3Wallet team. So if we could get the B3Wallet team to the stage, I think we can begin with the pitches. And I hope, guys, you are as excited as I am.
Hello, everyone. I'm Behrat, and I made B3Wallet. Thanks for being here today. Let's talk about the problem and why I made B3Wallet. Most digital wallet can only belong to one person. This can cause problems. If you lose your private key, you can't get to your money. And if a bad person gets your private key, they can take all your money. Also, sometimes sneaky people trick others into sending money to the wrong place. B3Wallet is designed to solve problems that other wallets can't. It can hold different type of digital money like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and internet computer. It can also be owned by more than one person, which isn't possible with most wallets. B3Wallet is designed to be versatile and adaptable. It's built to serve a wide range of needs, and that's why I created it. If you're alone and want to keep your online money safe, it's easy and secure. For couples who want to share a wallet to manage their saving, you both can use the wallet together or separately. If you're a company, you can pay your worker, manage loans, and other financial stuff. It's fast and it's easy. And think about this, a global wallet where we have a shared account with the world, send money to charity and help others. B3Wallet use chain key cryptography for enhanced security and control. It allows each canister to have its own public keys for signing transactions, removing the need to worry about private key. Because of this design, it's much tougher for bad people to attack your wallet. Plus, you're less likely to approve a scam transaction because of B3Wallet unique setup. Now, let's see B3Wallet in action. In this example, we have a company, 2 chiefs and 1 employee right now. Let's see they want to add another employee as a manager. Simply request. Because we have 2 admin right now, both of them should confirm the transaction to get executed. After that, we should see he can get into the wallet. Yes, it added. Now, let's say he wants to transfer money to the employee 1. He just request 0.01 BTC we have here. Want to send to the employee number 1. Now we have 3 admin. 2 of them needed 2 confirmation needed for execution. If one of them rejects this and both confirm that, the execution should be completed. Yes, it's executed. Now we refresh the balance. Yes, we get it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Do we have any questions from the judges?
Hey, Berat.
Yeah, hello.
Really cool. So I was wondering, so do you think that this is like a product aimed for enterprises, for businesses? Is this like the main use case that you see?
I think it's should be application for iOS and Android, and can be also browser. I think it's good for every use case. Doesn't have any problem. I don't think there is a problem or security bug.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do you also support Ethereum in this wallet with threshold ECTs and HTTPS outcalls, or just CKBTC, ICP, and BTC and other?
You can simply just add a chain ID, but you get the address of Ethereum, and you can send it and transfer money. It uses signing transaction, but now implemented on the front end, not on the canister yet. After it needed some work for request, HTTP request from canister. I need more time for this.
Got it.
This is great. This is great. What is the next step? What do you want to? Is your plan on it?
I want to build. First of all, we should complete this EVM. Then I want to make a payment system top of that. And already I made an example here. If you see that, no, here, this one. Also, I submit this one. It's work perfectly with B3Wallet. You can just add it as a canister, another canister to request transfer, and simply you just should confirm that.
Cool. Do we have any other questions, guys? Okay, if not, thank you, Berat, very much for the wonderful pitch. And I guess we can move on with the next pitch, which is DeFi Ordinals by Wahid. So Wahid, feel free to join us on the stage when you are ready. Yep.
Hi there. Can you
Hello.
see me? Hi. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So the topic is DeFi Ordinals, borrowing and lending with CKBTC. So rise of Ordinals. Ordinals inscriptions is a new digital change in the Bitcoin with the Taproot upgrade. We can inscribe any artifact into digital artifact into the Bitcoin. So Ordinals are permanent, huge market share, a large adoption, and it's like it's going to be permanent, like cave painting. How Ordinals and CKBTC are connected? CKBTC enables programming the BTC. Everyone know about that. Yeah. So let's see about the Ordinals. So here, borrowing Ordinals for CKBT, simple lending tool protocol for Ordinals. Ask for loan, canister holds the Ordinals as a custodian. Smart contract enables a transfer and make the security. Lending the CKBTC. So a lender approves the loan or accepts the loan request and deposits the CKBTC into the canister, and then smart contract enables the withdrawal of ordinal in case of default or paid. So this is the screenshot, and this app is live in this link. So first, every user will get a BTC address from the canister. This address is controlled by the canister itself, where the user will deposit the ordinals. So then this is the ordinals deposited to that particular address. So this address, and then you can ask for particular ordinal, how much you want for that particular ordinal is like 1,000 satoshis for 10 days, and I'll pay back like 1,100 satoshis back. Then this is the list of ordinals which I have already pledged for loan. As a lender, I can see the loan and I accept it, and I can deposit the CKBTC to this account ID from the off canister, and this get dispatched to the borrower. So 4 actors here: lender, borrower, canister, and the Bitcoin full node. Each of them have an important role in this. So what people are saying, Ordinals is the next big thing in the crypto. The example, DGOT's the biggest NFT in the Solana moved to the Bitcoin, 535 of their NFTs. Bitcoin market is huge, which is 600 million, huge share of the crypto. And this DApp is live. And this is a little quick demo of the where you get the Ordinals Bitcoin address where I will deposit from the, and then need to fetch from the canister and ask for that's it. Very quick. I made it fast, and this is already live here. Here I can see these are all ordinals, 4 ordinals used for inscript. It is live, which is stored in the same address controlled by the canister. All these ordinals are stored in the same address, which is given by to the user, and is controlled by the canister. So canister will act as a custodian. So any questions? That's it about it. So I can accept it. If as a lender, I can get a new account ID to deposit my lending amount, and then just get the borrower can withdraw it. That's it about.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions from the judges?
Pretty cool use case, given that ordinals are so hip right now. Could you explain a bit what's the role of the Bitcoin full node in the system?
In the Bitcoin full node, because these addresses are Bitcoin taproot addresses were provided by the canister. These currently we don't have any other means of verifying whether this address holds the ordinals or not. So we have to run the Bitcoin node and run the time to time run like this. Can you see this Bitcoin node thing? It parses all the address, all the inscriptions or ordinals.
Could you use HTTP outcalls to an indexing service as well?
As of now, the ordinals.com is not providing, but we can have this solution. Yes, that I can explore that. That's also a good option. Yes. But thing is, we have to keep multiple times. If you see, for example, if you have 100 users, you will have 100 addresses generated by the canister and provided to the users. And we need to monitor this whenever there is a transaction. I'm using the CKBTC balance checks to check whether there is any satoshis in this particular address. If there is a satoshis, it means some ordinals are there. So then I'm asking the ordinals database index through this parsing. There is a Python code as well. This Python code parses this inscription and get whether this particular wallet is having ordinal, and then it maps to this user. Because we have the both the principle of IC principle and CKBTC, the Bitcoin taproot address. These both are linked in and controlled in the canister. So withdrawal will be the easy. So I can, when I want to withdraw this ordinal back to my Extreme wallet, which is ordinal wallet, I can ask the canister to transfer mine.
Do you know, are there any non-custodial ordinal borrowing or lending protocols out there already, or is this kind of the first thing that has?
This is the first in the CKBTC, and there is one more thing available in the stacks. Stacks Liquidity, another layer 2 service. They are using the stacks layer 2, similar to CKBTC. They convert the stacks to BTC to their own layer 2 and program it. It's called Liquidium. It's still an infancy stage. Basically, the Ordinals is still an infancy stage, right? It's about 5 months old. It's not pretty, but there is a very good adoption. If you see the magic event, there is a lot of volume happening. Bitcoiners are welcoming, and Bitcoiners are very excited about this Ordinals. And I hope internet computer with adoption, with CKBTC implementation, we have a great adoption for the internet computer. See this much volume happening for these Ordinals. So this is a single Ordinals price 1.35 for this particular Ordinal. It's all live, and people are buying. There is a lot of things happening. 277 Bitcoin is volume for this. Just matter of 3 or 4 days. This one was. It's still a lot of transaction and a lot of adoption is happening here.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Do we have any questions for Carsten or Moritz?
I was just wondering, how do you get the actual ordinal picture into the front end? Do you get it from your full node directly, or is there like an external API that you call that provides?
I will share the screen. Actually, I will share the screen. Actually, this is the inscription link. Each inscription have a link belongs to this. Each inscription have a ID, this is the ID. See this one. This is the inscription ID for this particular ordinal. So I construct the URL with this, and after that, there is a way to. This image is stored in the content. So similarly, just ordinals.com content / the inscription ID, you get the image. So that's how I'm doing it here. It's just when I have I'm storing the inscription ID, which is this one in the canister. So with that, I can get the URL of the content as well as I can parse whether this have. I'm doing a parsing in the backend using a Python script to identify whether this ordinal, this web link have this address in this page, because this is authenticated address for this particular ordinal. Is that clear? Or?
I think yes. And is there anything like when I want to transfer the ordinal out of the custody of the canister, is there anything fancy you have to do, or is it really just doing a BTC transfer of 1 Satoshi using the Bitcoin canister order management?
As an IC user, you don't feel anything, but in the backend, there is a Bitcoin node transaction happening, because it's you are, when you transfer an inscription, you're transferring some BTC, actually Satoshis. So this Satoshi will get this image is stored in this particular SAT. When I say I want to transfer to from custodian to my wallet, which is really a transfer, I need to request, and then this request get transferred to the saved in the canister. That is read by the Bitcoin node with the Python script, and then this is processed with the ordinal transfer function, because there is no other way to transfer a ordinal from wallet to wallet. So you have to depend on the Bitcoin node.
Cool. Thank you very much. In interest of time, I think we have to go on and with the presentations. Thank you very much, Wahid, and good luck. Next up, from team ICPSwap, we've got Tom joining us. Hey, Tom, welcome to the stage. Feel free to share your screen and start your presentation.
Thank you very much indeed. Just checking everyone can hear me before I start the presentation.
Yes, we can.
Brilliant. Okay. So in the comments, just in the little chat, I've put 2 of our GitHub links and also a product demo page that you're more than welcome to have a go on. Obviously, it is a demo page, so yeah, still in construction. Anyway, first of all, hello everyone. My name's Tom, and I'm one of the co-founders of ICPSwap. I'll introduce ICPSwap and also our team. So ICPSwap is the hub, well, in my opinion, the hub of future decentralized finance on the internet computer. By leveraging the power of internet computer, we are creating an ecosystem that enables a genuinely decentralized finance hub, revolutionizing the way users and developers can collaborate and also build projects. Our team at the moment consists of around 20 members, including 13 developers and also designers, with 8 core Motoko and Rust engineers. We have extensive experience previously in blockchain products and projects. My experience is heavily in the EVM side of things. Obviously, yeah, internet computers, not EVM, but that's my background anyway. And we all believe in the internet computer's role as a pioneer of Web3. And ICPSwap is committed to contributing to construction of Web3 alongside DFINITY. And we pretty much publish everything for other projects to use on our GitHub, which you can see in the chat as well. So for this hackathon, we have created a launchpad that supports CKBTC for the DFINITY and also, well, the whole ecosystem, really. So here is how it works in a nutshell. All you need to do when you're on, well, this will be the demo link that I've sent, but all you need to do is click console and then click launchpad to create a new pool or a new launchpad. So all you need to do is fill in the fields, obviously the name, description, start and end time of the launchpad, and also the deposit token. For the deposit token, we're using CKBTC, obviously, which also supports other IRC1 standard tokens. And for this demo as well, what we've done, we've used a token called TEX as our sale token. So all we need to do is set the price of our sale token and then the amount that we'd like to raise. Also here, what you might be able to see is that we support linking multiple canisters to the launchpad to store more data. When we enable the whitelist, well, if you were to enable a whitelist, that can easily be imported, as you can see at the bottom there. However, if there is no whitelist, you can just literally click next step and create, and it's done. And so this is what the launchpad would look like, essentially, to a person wanting to buy tokens, and also, yeah, if you've created it as well. And of course, we will open, as I said at the start, we will open source the code of this launchpad shortly for everyone to use. So if you'd like to deploy your own launchpad using CKBTC, here you are. And again, there's all of our links, our GitHub, and also the demo link. And I think that's 3 minutes, but thank you very, very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Any questions from the judging panel?
I think Moritz will ask my question.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the question? Send it to me telepathically.
No, then maybe I'll do it. So I mean, this looks really, really polished. Well, what I'd be interested in is, like, who owns the canister, like from this new token?
From the new token, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna have to double check with my technical dudes, because I don't know the answer to that, sorry, but I can find out probably within 1 minute who would own that canister. The answer is the team. So ICPSwap, essentially. Yeah, there you go. That came through. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, if not, then thank you very much, Tom, for the pitch, and good luck later on. Now we'll continue the pitches with team number 4, which is IRSC from Raj. So if Raj will please join us to the stage, and we can go on. Yes, you are. Welcome to the stage. Feel free to share your screen and start your pitch.
Yeah, just a second. So greetings, guys. Today I'll be presenting IRSC, a BTC-backed stablecoin pegged to INR. So one might wonder, why exactly do we need another stablecoin, especially one pegged to INR? So let me tell you why. First of all, lack of BTC-backed stablecoin. We have seen ETH-backed stablecoin do so well in the market, so why not Bitcoin? It's a much larger store of value, and which means it offers much more stability. Secondly, significance of India and INR. I am from India, and so are many Web3 developers. We might not be proud of it, but we are now the most populous nation in the world, and the Web3 adoption is on the boom here. So it makes much more sense to have an INR pegged stablecoin. So it creates a sense of comfort for the newcomers coming to the space. So why build on ICP? First of all, CKBTC, no better way to bring Bitcoin to a smart contract chain. Reverse gas model, say goodbye to gas fees for the end users, and it is much cheaper to develop on ICP than other chains. So let me get to the main juice of how IRSC works. First of all, I hope some of you are familiar with the concept of CDPs. If not, let me try to give you a quick overview of what it is. Collateralized debt positions are equivalent to opening up a borrowing position on a lending borrowing platform. Basically, you put in your CKBTC and issue fresh IRSC tokens against it. IRSC tokens are pegged to INR, so the value that you put in, you will be able to mint corresponding IRSC tokens. You'll have to over collateralize your positions for the safety of the protocol. You select the percentage with which you want to over collateralize within the range of 137% to 160%, which we call the safe mint rate of the position. Secondly, you can issue and repay IRSC as per your convenience. Whenever you create a position, you'll be allotted a maxed debt. That is the maximum amount of IRSC that you can issue, corresponding to your safe mint rate and the amount of CKBTC you are putting in. But there is always a chance of liquidation. It is not sunny every day, right? So if the price of BTC falls and the value of your collateral boils down to 135% of the issued IRSC tokens, your position is liquidated and your collateral is sold off to pay the deficit that has been created by your position. But you get to keep your IRSC. So here's a quick example. It's a ton of math. I know it can be tough, but it's pretty elaborative on its own. I'll take questions on this later if you have some. You can take a screenshot and have a look at it. So extended functionalities that we'd like to offer, we'll try to keep it as much modular as possible. You can add collateral to your existing position, which means you can mint more IRSC, and to avoid liquidation if the price of BTC comes near to your liquidation rate. Similarly, you can remove collateral if the need arises, and you can adjust the safe mint rate of an open position as per your convenience. So here's a quick demo of the platform. The UI is a bit sluggish because I spent most of my time on building the canisters, but as a quick walkthrough. It's a creation page. We are putting in 0.0002 BTC, and we're keeping the safe mint rate at 140%. Upon the successful creation, you'll be able to see on the left-hand side all the corresponding rates that are being here. The entry rate of the BTC was 21,72,021 rupees. The rates are in rupees. And the corresponding liquidation rate is calculated based on your safe mint rate. And the max issuable IRSC is also that. That is the maximum amount of tokens that you can issue based on your collateral and your safe mint rate. On the right-hand side is the interaction panel, where you can interact with the position, issue IRSC, repay, remove CKBTC. Currently, we are trying to remove some of the CKBTC, and you'll see that the corresponding values will be updated on the left-hand side. The amount has decreased, and so has your max issuable IRSC. Since you have removed some of your CKBTC, the amount that you can mint is also decreasing. As we have issued some of the IRSC tokens. Just a second. Currently, we are issuing some of the IRSC tokens, and you'll be able to see that the liquidation rate on the left-hand side is increased since you have issued some of the IRSC. So the price of the liquidation price increases since you have issued more IRSC. Before that, it was a fresh position. You didn't have any issued IRSC that you had to pay back. You can adjust the safe mint rate as well. We have now changed it to 155. Before it was 140. So you'll be able to see that the max issuable IRSC has decreased since you are over collateralizing your position 15% more than before. And it's a repay interaction, and the liquidation rate will fall since you have repaid some of the IRSC back. So the extra IRSC that you can issue will now again act as a collateral, and your liquidation rate will fall. And upon closing your position, you will have to repay all the outstanding IRSC, and you will receive your collateral back, minus the platform fees that you will have to offer. We have a very detailed plan in the mind to how to bring it to how to make it market ready. First of all, it's the collateral marketplace UI, where if your position is liquidated, the collateral is being sent off somewhere to be sold. So a UI for arbitrators who want to take opportunity of such positions, we want to create a UI for that. DAO for governance, we have to make it as much decentralized as possible. For managing platform fees and further, proposals or further development of the project. And most importantly, we want to introduce the role of keepers. We all are familiar with what keepers do. They liquidate the positions if the price has, they liquidate the positions if the position is liquefiable. Currently, we are using a heartbeat function to check the positions continuously, whether they have liquidated or not, but it's not efficient. So we want to implement the role of keepers in it. That's it from my side. Thank you guys for hearing me out.
Thank you. And do we have any questions from the judging panel?
I have a couple of.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was wondering if you had any inspiration for this model that you are using.
CDPs, DAI is the best example for CDP. So we read some of its white paper and tried to replicate it on the ICP using Motoko.
Cool. And how do you fetch the BTC price in rupees on your canister?
Currently, we are using HTTP outcalls and fetching it from the Coinbase. It's a single source oracle as of now. But like I said, in future, we want to make it multiple source oracles. We'll fetch from more exchanges and try to average it out or create some sort of consensus mechanism.
Are you aware of the exchange rate canister?
Yeah, I'm aware of the exchange rate canisters, but I didn't know how to convert. It was a bit lethargic to convert it from USD to INR. So I thought, for the purpose of time, let's keep it directly from the Coinbase. But I'm aware that exchange rate canister also offers it.
Okay. And can you maybe elaborate again why you chose Indian rupees instead of, for example, dollars or euros for your stable coin pegging?
Part of it might be because I'm Indian, but we are currently one of the most rising economies in the world. So it might be a good opportunity for foreigners to invest in rupees as a store of value. And our government recently introduced the CBCDs, centralized cryptocurrencies in INR. So I thought if we had a product on chain that was an INR-backed stable coin, and if we had a centralized stable coin, centralized INR. So if we could create some sort of platform that people can shift from decentralized to centralized and centralized to decentralized back and forth, that kind of a platform could also use a value. You'll be interacting directly with the centralized INR from the Indian government, and you can bring it to the decentralized world and back and forth.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, Dominic, Carsten, any questions?
I'm good, thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Thank you very much for the wonderful pitch, and good luck. We'll see you later, I guess. Next up, we got Mike from Team Videate. Hello, Mike. We can see you and we can hear you. Feel free to share your screen and start your pitch.
One second. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, all good.
Sweet. So hi, everybody. My name is Mike. and I'm a solo developer working on Videate, which is an open platform, video platform that anyone can contribute videos to. And it helps the viewers of their videos automatically contribute monthly to the videos that they watch. So I'm showing a demo right here where I use some videos from YouTube. One of my favorite creators, Game Grumps, they play games online. And so this is Danny and Aaron, the first two there, and then third one is their editor. So you can specify who should get paid when the video gets paid and when the video gets watched, and how much they should get. So this is one of their videos, and you watch it in your podcast player. That's how you watch videos. Most podcast players support videos. So when you watch it, Videate knows that it was watched, and then automatically splits your monthly contribution appropriately according to percentages. So this is another user who wants to use some of their content in one of their videos. So instead of specifying the users that were involved in the creation, they can just specify another video. And then when their video gets watched, the original creators of that other video get some of the money depending on what their proportions are set up. So that's another way that you can automatically support the people that were involved in the creation of the videos. So this is me subscribing to the feed, watching this video. The reason I chose Game Grumps, they have people animate their videos. Anyone can animate a video using the audio from their episodes. So a lot of people do that. And if they're on Videate, you can actually give money back to the original creator instead of just the, not contributing back to the people whose content you're using. So this is actually the contribution happening right there with the CKBTC getting split up appropriately between all the creators. And let's see. Yeah, that's this video. So here's their animation there. With the integration of CKBTC and the ability to split money with very small fees and transfer it, you can actually do this kind of thing. And it sort of changes the approach of online video, the way we kind of think of it, which is pretty neat. It makes it so that we can actually support everyone involved in the creation. So everyone in the credits for a video can get some benefit for forever, as long as that video is on the internet, which is pretty cool. If I've got a couple seconds left, I'm gonna log in here and do a live demo, which is probably a terrible idea. But I'm gonna log into my account. I've got a little bit of CKBTC left on there. Thank you, Tom, with ICPSwap. That's how I got the CKBTC into my app in the first place, which is pretty cool. So you can log in and see your current balance. And obviously this is gonna be a monthly thing where it'll automatically get split up between all the creators, but I'm gonna manually click the give $10 button. I've watched this video, which is Animated Grump, which takes a bunch of those animation videos and compiles them into one video. So it's kind of a compilation video, and then splits it up to all of those creators, which then ultimately goes back to the original creators, to Danny and Aaron, who made the original Game Grumps game video. So I click that button, we're gonna see that $10 that I sent get split between all the creators way back to Danny and Aaron, which you might not even know about if you're just animating some of their videos or compiling other people's videos who animated their videos. So you can kind of go as deep as you want with these sort of contributions from having watched videos. So hopefully we'll see that gets split up appropriately. So yeah, the whole idea here is to sort of change the way that we approach video content on the internet. Instead of having it be a sort of capitalist thing where you have to have the money to be able to create the content, you can sort of rely on the viewers to be able to support you in that, and then automatically get that kind of support just from having people watch your videos without having to well, there we go. So now we see that even the Animated Grump got a little bit, some Danny and Aaron got some, and sort of everyone who was involved in any of those creations, including CatFat, which is that one earlier that I showed. So there we go.
Cool. Thank you for the pitch. Any questions?
I don't have a real question, but I think it's a really cool idea, and what I would be interested also to see at some point when it's live and used, like to have this like a graph where you see like all the content creators and this content and how this money got distributed. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, I'm not a UI designer for one, and I'm a solo developer kind of working on this project on my own. But eventually I hope to sort of have a team of people who know what they're doing with front end stuff working on this, and definitely have those sort of visualizations where you can see exactly where your money's going, because that's the point. You want to see that you're supporting the creators of the content that you're watching. It is live. I'll actually drop a link in the chat if you want to check that out.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just about to ask what the development status of Videate is, if it's available already or if it's still.
Yeah, so right now it doesn't
built.
look very pretty, but you can get on there, you can use it. Right now, you have to host the videos somewhere else. Right now, when you're uploading a video, you just link to an existing video. Obviously, you can't use YouTube. It has to be a link to like an MP4 file or something that will load in a podcast player. But over the next month, I'm going to be working on trying to see if I can get the actual video hosting to work in the internet computer so that the entire thing can be happening on the IC.
Do you think you can separate the two, basically separate the video hosting and Videate from the tipping and CKBTC, and that you could maybe like somehow, I don't know, build a network or the protocol or whatever you want to call it in a way that you can put it on top of existing platforms, that you could basically tell creators that are on YouTube, like, hey, you want to get tipped in CKBTC, download this browser plugin or whatever, verify that the account is yours, and then share the address of other people that have the plugin that can then easily like tip or inject like a button into the YouTube front end or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and it would make it work with the with the current paradigm instead of requiring that people kind of jump through hoops to make this work. It's changing a lot of behavior. Like I'm going to try to get people to watch videos in their podcast player, which is not something that a whole lot of people do, but it is something that I do all the time. I watch tech news every morning as video feed. But I do see Videate as a platform. It's not just an app. In fact, I'm not even writing an app. Like you have to log in to put your credit card information in or sign up, get CKBTC in there or whatever. But as a user, when you're watching videos, you can do it in any podcast player that you want. You don't even have to. You don't really have to go to Videate. You don't have to know about Videate a whole lot. You can find the video by searching in your podcast player. You just find it like a podcast because that's what it is. And then if you want, you can click the link in the show notes, sign up, put your information in and start supporting. But yeah, ideally, this is a revolution that changes the way we do video on the internet. So it's not just a Videate, player thing. It's a paradigm shift in supporting the creators of the content that you're watching.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you for your time and thank you for the wonderful pitch. Good luck. Next up, we've got Jesse from Team Rakeoff. Jesse, feel free to join us on the stage. And one more reminder, guys, please keep it short. We are short on time, and unfortunately, we have to plow through three more pitches. So please keep it to your 3-minute mark. Yeah, Jesse, feel free to present whenever you are ready.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Jesse. Today, I'll be presenting our project Rakeoff. So Rakeoff is a cryptocurrency staking rewards application built on ICP. It's being built by 2 recent graduates from Dublin City University with about 1 year experience in development. Sorry about that. So the problem we're setting to solve is staking can be quite complex, and on the ICP, introduce new terms like maturity and dissolve delays and neurons. Staking rewards can be quite low. If you're staking anywhere from 1 ICP to 100 ICP, you might get maybe 1 ICP a month, or if you're lucky, or 1 ICP every few months. And there's limited disbursement options for your rewards that you do get for staking ICP. You just directly earn the ICP tokens. We see opportunity there. The solution that we've come up with is a simplified and smoother staking experience. We've completely overhauled the UX and also ICP's first no-loss prize pool. So this is this idea around users pooling their earned rewards together and then 1 lucky user winning the whole pool. So if you're staking ICP, earn maybe a token a month, you can put it into the pool and then 1 person will receive that whole pool amount. And then also we have an extra disbursement option where you can directly disperse to CK Bitcoin. So we've built a swap to allow users to directly swap their ICP to CK Bitcoin. So how are we doing? We've launched our app beta. It's at app.rakeoff.io. We've got about 50 users on our beta so far. We've had about 10 users staking currently, and we have about 130 followers on Twitter. So I'll just jump right over to our demo right now. So this is our app live on the internet computer. So when you log in with your internet identity, you will see your dashboard. On the left side, you can see your assets. This is your ICP wallet and your CK Bitcoin wallet. These are fully featured wallets. Then on the right, you see your asset staking. So you can get a preview of the assets that you have staked. Then you can see your prize pool tickets. You can see your entry into the prize pool, the cost of that, the total pool amount. Also, you can see your previous winnings if you have some, and then some achievements and badges you can get for using the application. So when you first come onto the app, you'll want to stake your ICP. You click the stake button. It's completely simplified user experience here where you just enter the amount. Everything is done automatically, such as setting your lock and dissolve delay that you need to earn rewards, and also the voting on proposals. And once you've staked ICP, it'll look like this over here on the right. It'll be a locked amount of ICP that's staking, and we'll start earning rewards. So if you click into details, you can get more details or configuration tools for that staked ICP. And once you have enough rewards to spawn, which is about 1.1 ICP, you can click the spawn rewards button and you'll get some new tokens then that you've earned. So the new tokens will look like this. It'll look like some unlocked ICP that's ready to disperse. And this is where you can use our cool disbursement option of the platform. So you can disperse normally into ICP, or you can use the CK Bitcoin swap that I've mentioned here to directly disperse your ICP into CK Bitcoin. So this is using, as I said, our swap that we built in the smart contract. It uses the HTTP outcall feature to fetch the conversion price. And then I'll give you an equivalent amount of CK Bitcoin. This lets you, I guess, essentially stake ICP and earn CK Bitcoin. And then one of the cool features is to participate in the prize pool, which earned rewards. So if you click that, you'll be able to disperse your ICP into tickets. One ticket costs 1 ICP, and then you'll be entered into the prize pool. So as I said, then you come over to the prize pool section, and you can see the total pool amount. You can see how much ICP is in that pool, and then you can hopefully try win the pool. So thank you for listening to our pitch. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Do we have questions? Okay. If there are no, yeah, go ahead.
I had a comment. I want to say that the UI looks really cool and really slick, and I was just wondering if I got it right. So, like when you stake for your website, you just create a completely normal neuron that you own through the principal that is basically connected to the UI. Okay. And then when you, like, the rewards from this lottery are basically created from the tickets that are put into the lottery. So if there are like 100 people participating with one ticket each, then the prize pool will be 1 ICP. And the more tickets you got into the lottery, the higher the chances that you win the entire pool.
Yes, exactly. So
correct?
yeah, that's exactly right. So if you have maybe 4 or 5 ICP, you get 5 tickets, and that's 5 entries into the pool. There was a max amount in the pool there of 256 tickets right now. So yeah, I guess if you have more tickets, you have a better chance.
Okay. And one thing I was wondering
in the chat
was why are you building your own swap? I think there is like I think ICPSwap has a CK BTC ICP pool and maybe Infinity Wallet as well.
Yeah. The main reason is we don't want to rely on like third-party applications right now. So we wanted to kind of build all that into our own kind of infrastructure so we can manage it, we can upgrade it. And if something goes wrong there, we don't have to tell users, hey, look, we've reached out to those guys, we're waiting for them to fix it. We can directly try to fix it ourselves, you know.
Okay, got it. And you are also aware of the exchange rate canister?
I wasn't actually until you mentioned it earlier. So we're using the Coinbase API and the to fetch the price for the canister right now. So I'll probably have a look at the exchange rate canister and see if we can utilize that then at a later stage. We go.
Okay, awesome. That's it from my side. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you very much, Jesse, for the pitch. And yeah, good luck. Next up, we've got Matt from ZBank Payroll Back Office. So Matt, you can join us on the stage whenever you are ready.
Okay. Let me share my screen.
Yes, feel free to do so. And yes, amazing. Proceed.
Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. We are ZBank Finance, and we build this ZBank. It's a back office for payroll and other crypto services. So for this hackathon, we only build this payroll module, but in the future we can support other service and put into this ZBank. So why do we need this payroll service? Imagine if you are if you have a lot of cryptocurrency and then you want to start a business, so you need to pay salary. But right now you have two options. One is to convert your crypto to fiat currency, but you are facing some issues like KYC or tax or AML. And if your employees is in abroad, you need to pay the SWIFT fees and limited deposit and withdrawal. But the other way is to you just send the crypto directly. But like if you have the 1,000 of employees, you need to handle all of the transactions by yourself. So it's not a good idea. So that's why we build this crypto back office. So in our project, we have 3 main pages in it: schedule, approval, and transaction view. So in the schedule page, you can ask your HR team to create a schedule transaction, and you can choose the frequency, like you want to pay salary in weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. And then for each transaction, we will create the timer for it. Then when the time be triggered, we will create a pending transactions in this approval page, but only the people who have the permission can do the reject and approve. And then for all of the transaction, you can see in this transaction view page. So for the detail for the transaction flow is like this. And we built 3 canisters for that: front end, back end, and Bitcoin. And for front end, we use the Angular, and the others use the Rust. So all of the cryptocurrency is handled inside of this Bitcoin canister. And when user approve the transaction, it will query this Bitcoin canister, and the crypto will actually be sent into whatever address he wants. So for the team, my name is Matt, and I have experience to work in the bank now before, but we have other teammates. Clerk, he's working in the bank right now. And for Jack, he's have experience to work on the front end side. And in the future, if we want to create this product, furthermore, we have some people in Nigeria to help us to do that. So for the next step, after we have the data for the payroll transaction history, we can use those data to create like credit rate for the companies. And then we can provide like loans for companies or employees. And if we have other service in the future, we can put into this ZBank. So yeah, if you have interest, you can check the repo and demo video. So that's it. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you for the pitch. Any questions from the judging panel? Okay. Thank you very much once again, Matt. Thank you for the wonderful project and the amazing pitch. And yeah, and now we'll move on to the final of today's pitches. So I'd like to invite Enrich from team ICP Builder up to the stage.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Feel free to share your screen.
Okay. Hi. So this is ICP Builder, Wix Web3. So our vision is to be able to onboard the next billion users to Web3 by abstracting smart contracts and utilizing no-code solutions. The problem that we've identified is that there's a clear lack of accessible tools and resources for non-technical individuals to be able to create and work with blockchain applications. Along with this clear barrier to entry in Web3, that the barrier to entry in Web3 is very high for non-technical individuals, because lots of technical knowledge is required as well. So the solution that we propose is a no-code app builder for blockchain that would allow non-technical users to be able to build blockchain apps and then allow you to manage those and directly deploy those applications to the blockchain. And that is exactly what ICP Builder does. So this is our team, me, Antariksh Verma, and Antara Verma. Time for a little demo. So video that I have. We're going to go ahead and create a new application. All you have to do is my audio visible?
Yes, we can hear it.
Yeah. I'm going to call it Twitter clone. I'll hit create app. It takes a second or two to actually create the app, and it creates the application. Everything is being saved on the testnet. This is my dashboard. Here I already created a to-do app earlier. Let's go ahead and click on Twitter clone. The first thing I'm going to do is create an object. Objects are essentially just like pieces of data in your application that you want to store. Like in a Twitter clone, you'd want to store tweets, and therefore now we've created the object. Now we can go ahead and create an action. Actions are essentially functions. So I'm going to say create a tweet. With actions, you can execute CRUD operations essentially. So I'm going to say it's a set action type. Create a tweet. Hit create. Again, all you need to do is fill in these information. You can see we've got our actions here and our object here. I'm going to go ahead and create another action. I'm going to call it get all tweets, because if we can create tweets, we should also be able to get all of the tweets to render them in our application. Again, it's created for us. I'm going to create one last action here. I'm going to call it get single tweet, because it's possible that someone just wants to get content for one singular tweet. Hit create, and boom, there you have it. So you've gotten a basic project here. You can now export it as a project here from your control panel. This generates a main.py file with all the generated code, which you can use for your project. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the cloud blockchain solution, which is a managed and hosted cloud blockchain solution provided to us by ICP Builder. As you can see, we've deployed the application, and now let's proceed to the playground. Now, the playground is where you can test your application and you can sort of play around with it. So we're going to create a tweet. Let's say this is a tweet, basic. I'm going to run it. It takes a second or two. And as you can see, it returns us the ID. This is in Candid, which is the language in ICP. Now this is the ID of the tweet. So we can get a single tweet with the ID 0, run it. And as you can see, we get the content. Yeah, and we could also get all tweets. So the future roadmap, we have two main functionalities that we want to implement. First is modes, the other is multi-chain. Modes is essentially, you've got two different modes, advanced for power users and basic for beginners and mostly non-technical individuals who know nothing about blockchain. Multi-chain is where we'll scale ICP Builder to support multiple blockchains, because users must be able to build scalable real-world blockchain apps, and they must be chain agnostic. That was our presentation. Thank you. That's my email, and that's my Twitter, @AntarikshaVerm2, if anyone would like to contact me. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Do we have any final questions from the judges?
Quick question. So what did happen when you clicked on deploy?
Yeah. So I didn't go too much detail there because it was a short video. But essentially, when you first deploy, all we do is that we on the server side, so we have a server running. On the server, we basically call the ICP CLI. That's the easiest way we can work with it. We call the ICP CLI and we deploy it there. Again, we generate all the Python. It's a Python project. We're using Kybra here. So what we do is we compile all the Python code. We deploy it all by running those CLI commands, which may be inefficient initially and it may not be as scalable. But of course, in future, we'll change it. So that's what we do there. We run the CLI deploy command. And once we do that, it takes its sweet time, 3 to 4 minutes to deploy. I definitely sped it in this short video. And once it deploys it, it's not directly visible because it deploys on a local net, not the actual testnet, hosted testnet. So it's not directly accessible to the end user, but they can interact with it through the playground feature. So the main interaction tool that we're using is the ICP CLI, which has proven very useful for us.
Okay, so it's deployed on a local testnet on the server.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the hosted part that we bring about, because we don't want them to interact with much of the addresses or protocols, or interact with ICP, the raw ICP itself, because that may be too tough, maybe too technical for them, essentially.
Okay, then thank you very much, Antariksh, for the amazing pitch. Now that we are through with the pitches, my colleagues Angela and Laura will join us on the stage, who have some very cool messages for you guys. And in the meanwhile, the judges will move to a short breakout room for the next 10 minutes or so and then we'll come back to the main stage and give you the winners of the Internet Computer Build Bitcoin Hackathon.
Shall we crack on? Oh, Nevin. Oh, I don't know which. Let's wait a minute to make sure Nevin's okay. He's back and where he needs to be.
I think he's good. I think he's loading into the breakout room. So I think, Laura, you're good to go.
Amazing. Okay. Fabulous. Well, congratulations, everybody, on some fantastic projects. Lovely to see and meet you all here. Nevin, I'm not sure Nevin mentioned, but I run the talent side of Encode. So the part of Encode, which you may not or may have heard of, where we support you going on to take your next steps, whether that be getting a new job in Web3, moving from Web2 into Web3, or, you know, starting your own companies, whatever it might be, we're kind of here to help you and support you in doing that. We offer a few different support systems, which you may or may not have seen. So the first is centered around kind of like direct career coaching. We set up one-to-one calls with anyone who's taken part in our programs as part of our community. Those calls can be kind of set up in a variety of different ways, talking about career options, setting goals, supporting you building your CVs, your LinkedIns, your GitHubs, your Twitters, everything to make you shine when it comes to applying for roles. We talk about applications, interview preparation, you know, salary negotiation if you get to that point. So there's lots and lots of different support available to everyone. So if anyone is interested, what I'll do is I'll pop a link in the chat afterwards. So what we ask is everyone to fill out a very short form. Everyone knows that at Encode we do love a form. So here we have another one for you to check out. So in this form, it just gives us a bit of a background as to what you're looking for and how we might be supporting you. So I'll definitely pop that into the chat afterwards. Another part of the Encode talent service that we have is our internal job board that you may or may not have seen on Discord. So we're lucky enough to be partnered with some fabulous protocols in the space who are always looking to hire. At the moment, we have over 20. So there's lots and lots of different options. I think currently over 50 different roles. So those are in a kind of different variety. We have technical, so all of the smart contract engineers, full stack backend, protocol engineers, product managers, data scientists, data engineers. We have lots and lots of different product roles, but we also now have some marketing positions, some business development, some operations, some non-technical roles. So be sure to go check those out as well. So it's pretty easy. Just pop onto Discord. You can apply directly to any of those positions. And then what will happen is we'll introduce you directly to those companies in order to set up interviews and move forward with the processes. So in addition to kind of the job board, we can also introduce you directly to our partner protocols. So if you see a role that you're particularly interested in and we think it's a good fit for you and you think it's a good fit for you, we can also introduce you directly to those companies so you can have a direct conversation with those people. I've been asked to talk a little bit about kind of common mistakes people make when it comes to applying for jobs. And, you know, at Encode, we've got a lovely community and we're lucky enough to speak to lots and lots of different people. So we have an idea of the things that people, you know, fall short on. And I think the three things, I was having to think about this before, the three main things that we tend to see is people not leveraging their previous experience as effectively as they can. So I think when people are trying to break into Web3 generally, they kind of forget about all of the other experience they have. So it's really important to go back and have a think about, like what you have done and what you have achieved and how to kind of best present that. The next one is actually showcasing yourself. So building a good personal brand around you. So that's, building a good CV, having a LinkedIn profile, having a portfolio if you so wish. It's definitely not a requirement, but a lot of people do choose to have one. And then obviously having a bit of a presence on Twitter and building your network. So all of that kind of contributes to this view of you to an outsider. And then the final one, which we see a lot of the time, is people not applying for roles because they don't feel like they hit all of the criteria. But I think from our experience, it's always worth applying. I mean, you do not lose anything from applying. It doesn't take a huge amount of time. And what we see quite a lot of the time is our partner protocols change their requirements. They might say originally, oh, we want to have a senior developer who's done X, Y, and Z. And then, 2 months later, they say, oh, actually, we'd rather have 2, entry-level junior people that we can train and work with and mentor and help develop their skills. So there's never any harm in applying. The next question that I've been asked to answer is, how does taking part in programs support your applications? So again, I think people don't realize the strength it has taking part in these hackathons and also our boot camps. You obviously will have a opportunity to build a whole project and then present that on all of your profiles. So on your CV, you have something to talk about during your interview. You have evidence of work that you've done. It all really goes very positively towards building a good view of you to a potential employer. The other thing you can think about is, Encode is now, we're lucky enough to be very much a kind of brand name that people have heard of. So taking part in our boot camps is a bit of a stamp of approval. And I think Angela is going to talk a little bit more about some of our boot camps. If anyone's got any questions about talent and talent support, feel free to pop those in the chat. As I said, I'll put in all the details about how to kind of reach out, how to get some more support from us and the team in the chat as well. But I think Angela wants to talk a little bit about our other programs that you can take part in.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. Okay, I think I don't have too long because I think that the judges are wrapping up, but super excited to talk to you guys about boot camps, I guess. I'm sure you guys have seen that we run boot camps fairly regularly. So you'll have seen that we are running our round of Solidity boot camps again. So every 3 months or so, we run a round of Solidity boot camps, and these range from foundation level all the way up to expert and ZK level. So Tom, I love those emojis in the chat. So if you haven't checked those out yet, please go ahead and check those out. This round, we have a fun little kind of questionnaire to help sort you into the bootcamp that we think is the best fit for you. So if you haven't gone and tried that out yet, I think you should. It's quite fun to be able to almost do like a little sorting hat for yourself. In regards to our other boot camps, really excitingly, we've got a couple of different ones coming up. So we have one on Near. This is the Near Horizon boot camp, and this is starting next week. So if you guys are really interested in that, you still have until the end of this week to apply, and then we can try and get you on board. And of course, I think upcoming we have the Move Bootcamp, and you can see all of these on our webpage. Let me go find the link for you guys if you're interested in boot camps. If you have already attended one of our boot camps, please feel free to drop in the chat which one you were part of. Yeah, cool. So you can see those in the chat right now. What is next? Okay. Sometimes the process can take a little while. So usually we complete these bootcamp applications in batches. So don't worry if you haven't heard back yet. You likely have already been processed, but we're waiting to send out all of the kind of the results in one go. So they will be coming. So please check your email and your spam box in case any emails have come through, because sometimes they fall there. Awesome, no worries. And I guess a couple more things to say, not bootcamp related, but I think I put in the chat earlier who's coming to Paris. I know a few people said that they were. If you are, and Omji mentioned this earlier, we are running a hacker house in Paris, 5 days long, I think. It's going to be super exciting. And I personally, sadly, am not going to be there, but a lot of the Encode team are. So I have major FOMO, and you will too if you miss out on it. So if you are excited and if you are going to be in Paris, please do check out this hacker house. Putting this link in the chat in case any of you were curious. But it seems like, I think, we have the judges back in the main room. It seems like it. Yep. So
yes, we do. Thank you, Angela.
We'll hand back over.
Yeah, let me guys share my screen. Thank you very much, Laura, for your input. Sharing the screen once again. Yeah, guys, are you ready for the winners of the hackathon? We got Dominic once again with us on the stage, who is about to present winners. First up, he'll present the winners of the main track. We got 3 winners, and Dominic, feel free to start coming up with winners. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had hard discussions in the judging room. There were so many great projects and presentations, but we managed it. And the third prize will be IRSC. The second prize goes to DeFi Ordinals. And the first prize goes to B3Wallet.
Amazing. Congrats, guys. Congratulations very much on your prizes. Next up, the second track we got for the hackathon, the Blue Skies track.
So yeah, for the Blue Skies track, we have for the third prize, we have ICP Builder. For the second prize, we have ZBank Payroll. And the first prize goes to Rakeoff.
Nice. Congratulations, guys. This is amazing. It's so happy to see that all your hard work has paid off and that you're going to be rewarded for it. But that's not it, because we've got one more additional prize to give. So Dominic, feel free to reveal that as well.
Yeah, exactly. We want to mention B3Wallet again for the best use of chain key signatures using chain key signatures for Bitcoin transactions and for all kinds of EVM transactions. That was pretty cool to see. Thanks.
And there we go. Yeah, thank you very much, Dominic, for presenting the prizes, and thank you very much to everybody else for building and presenting and pitching. It's so lovely to see so many cool projects, and it's amazing to see your hard work pay off. Before we finish off, I think Dominic wants to tell you a little bit about the upcoming BUIDL Bitcoin Bounties DeFINITY. If you're prepared for you, and feel free to scan this QR code if you want to follow their newsletter.
So I mean, now this hackathon is over, but I mean the journey definitely doesn't end. So for some of the winners, we will reach out for grants. But in general, yeah, I mean the grants DeFINITY Developer Grants Program is open for everybody. And if you scan this QR code and go to our grants page, you can also sign up for a newsletter. And we will be announcing Bitcoin CKBTC targeted bounties in the next weeks and months. So there will be always an opportunity to build more exciting things on the internet computer. So please stay on the journey.
Hey everyone, I think Nevin is having some internet connection issues, but let's get everyone on stage for a lovely screenshot to celebrate all the winners and your amazing prizes. So we will quickly give you invites. Bear with us. Angela, you can get on stage as well. Laura, if you're still around, please do so.
All good. My internet broke, believe it or not. Yeah, we are inviting everybody to the stage, and let's take a nice group photo, everybody. Yeah, invite. We're inviting the judges as well. So Moritz, Carsten, feel free to join us as well.
I think Angela's having issues as well.
This always happens at the worst possible time. Cool. Have we missed anybody? Jesse, I'm inviting you as well. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Have we missed anybody else?
I'm trying to check.
Yeah, I think this is generally it. Okay, guys. 3, 2, 1. Say cheese. Okay, let's take. Amazing, guys. Thank you very much for once again coming to the Hackathon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been an amazing experience, and I hope that you learned a lot and that you had fun as much. Thank you, everybody, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Thank you very much.